All right, now college rematch of our second matchup. We will have a St. Ambrose versus Mount Mercy matchup. Number one qualifier, Nate Stubler. Second year in a row. He's been in the championship match and second year in a row.
Would I be able to surface before we start?
No. Last year he was a little bit more straighter outside, or he's got maybe a 2 or 3 bullet swing out there. He's still kind of tight. And he might do stuff with maybe the wrist where he doesn't have to move and everything. First place is $1,900. Second place, $1,400. I don't know how to do that. I think that somebody who wants to join and watch, but I hit it before and I don't know if it takes out the video part of it. There's 2 people that want to join. Facebook group, they should be able to watch. Which one of my husband's doing. And I know she's a member. Be a different breed of quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the era of the drop back pass can be. He was, I don't want to say he was a run first quarterback, but I think he was a different type of quarterback than like some of these, like Jackson or Mahomes or anything. I mean, they're elusive. And they're mobile and you can do things with them. Whereas I think Kaepernick kind of skewed towards the run first mentality.
You could figure out how to shut him down pretty easily. And I think that's
the Packers.
his first season.
Yeah.
But I mean, after his first season, he ran all over everybody. Everybody's like, oh, this is shut him down on the outside.
Yeah, because I mean, didn't he have like 200 yards against the Packers in the playoff game?
He's just going to try to corner you.
When the Niners had Welch as their coach with the West Coast offense, yeah, I mean, granted, yeah, you were passing the ball still, but it was a short ball. You know, if you look back at, I mean, granted, the 70s, those NFC teams didn't throw the ball a lot.
Yeah,
running. I mean, you go back even to the AFL. The AFL was a bunch of, they threw the ball a lot. And you look at their numbers, I mean, the quarterbacks, they complete 50% of the passes. They may go with 15 for 30,
Right.
but they would also throw for 340 yards maybe because there's a lot of long downhill passes.
Short where they bomb and they're just
So when they changed the rules regarding what the defensive backs could do and what the offensive linemen could do in 78, that's when the passing game took off, and with the short passing, and then and that thrived for 30-some years. But like I said, but now with the way the game is and everything, defenders have gotten more athletic. So you need to have somebody back there who is going to be mobile and do different things to keep the defense honest. Questionable decisions over the years. Like, I think it was the one playoff game with Seattle where he could have ran the ball in. All it was 2 yards, and he could have had the Super Bowl instead. Oh yeah.
He's looking for Adams. He's got two other receivers. One's wide open. The other one could make something happen. He's got Adams double covered. He's like,
Okay. He gets locked into him.
or like you said, he'll have the whole flat open, but he's running, gaining 6 yards, and he's throwing in a double covered.
Well, like I said before, he might be the career leader in 1 and 2 yard touchdown passes. Running game over the years. I mean, they've had some good backs.
Nothing like that.
Ron Green was there when he was early in his career. Now he's got Aaron Jones sitting there. They've had some years that have been a little bit lean in the running back. But, Favre really never had a superstar. Grant had a couple of years. Edgar Bennett, Doris Evans had a couple of years. But none of those guys were going to be 1,500 yard backs. The other play that they don't run very much anymore, and they ran with a ton of Edgar Bennett and Doris Evans, were screens. If your quarterback is getting beat on and adding a run, the easiest way to get rid of it is to do a screen. Because that keeps that defense back, it keeps them honest. And I'm assuming that, I don't think it's changed over the years because of the way the game has changed. I think it's just coaching philosophy. You look at the year that he won the Super Bowl, they had a pretty good defense.
But the one thing that I will credit to Rodgers not winning the championship, I think the Hurricanes are the worst. His time, man, if you don't win, you can look back and see how many games we lost simply because we ran out of time or we had the plan to run out of 2 minutes or whatever the case may be. His time screwed us out of so many games. It was ridiculous.
Now he's Dallas's problem. And not only that, his team would have a tendency to commit dumb penalties. like the worst one.
Yep. And I have to say, he was one of the most predictable. I mean, it was just a clockwork that they'd kick off, and it would be 2 run plays, pass play, and then if they would have a pass play, if you had 2 yards, it's a run play. It didn't matter.
Well, you know, they had belly days. He was supposed to be an offensive guru, but you look at the numbers of his offensive had, they weren't very good.
Nothing stand out.
No. I mean, he was with the Niners and the Niners. I thought that, and I could be wrong on this, I thought he was with the Saints before they had Breeze. Or maybe it was early in his career or whatever, but they weren't anything spectacular.
Right.
Well, you didn't need to see that video. A little bit. I kind of stopped following it a little bit this year because of the fact that all the drivers, none of them know how to fucking drive. And they sit there and they bitch about all these drivers and stuff like that. They've cost me so much money in like the last 3 laps of a race because you know, somebody takes somebody out and everything.
See, I can't stand it. Great argument the other day that I cannot argue with at all. In fact, I totally agree with him. Is on these super speedways, the way the layout works, the way stages work.
Yeah.
You know, if you watch Kyle Larson through, I think it's 3 of the super speedways. He would start in work his way up to like 2nd or over in the stage. Along with that, he'd climb all the goddamn way up to like 4th. And it's like, on the shorter speedways, not your super speedways, you got time and it's easier to pick them all the way through. On a super speedway, what he did this year is actually, and I was talking about this the other day, it's incredible what he did. The amount of times he worked his way through a field was just ridiculous, like unheard of. But he didn't move, so you don't hear anything about it. You don't see it. You don't get the wind breeze. I just like him because he loved the fact that he races dirt tracks. I mean, what he's doing in cars is ridiculous.
See, I wonder how much that new generation car affected the way they drive. You know, early in the season when they introduced it, you know, you should see some of the results. Like, okay, well, you know, maybe this will spread things out a little bit. And maybe you'll see some guys who shouldn't be winning winter race or whatever. But
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like the one lug deal at all. I think that I was listening to a thing the other day on a podcast, and Formula One race their record and stuff, and I don't even see how it's possible. I understand that they're pros, but their record with a 4 tire change is 1.8 seconds. Even like, what are we doing? Yeah, I'm like, it would take me 1 second to push a tire onto the thing. So how do you get 28 seconds, guys, going?
well, you know, because I'm assuming that a pit stop starts when the guys jump over the wall or when the car comes to the
That's what my thing. I'm like, what are you starting from? Because there's just no way.
belly work. That's a good ball. Ooh.
But no, I don't have the one month deal at all. I mean, this whole year, through tires fell off, yada yada yada. The safety of the car. Absolutely.
Well, you know, like I said, with the one, I think you'll have more incidences with the tires falling off. Whereas, you know, with the multiple ones, well, granted, yeah, if you miss a lug or whatever, it may come off, but you still, you know, you have other things that hold it drastically. Whereas Lucas. He's a 9 yes. Okay, it's premium. This is for all marbles. So the 191, Nate Stubler needs a double and 6 to win the title. Elbow always carries. Darin Bloomquist defeats Nate Stubler 191 to 176 to win the 2022 Badger Elite. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next year.